Shalom, shalom, then give all praises and glory and honor to Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to my elders at a great millstone, rule well, and single salutation. Much love and peace to all you brothers, pushing this, kicking this word toward the four winds. It's sincere and unhuman charity, Yahweh, Shmi, Yashar, Barakathon, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. This is your brother War out here in Winnipeg, Canada. Just coming to you with a video our Lord wants to be edifying in the times that we're living in the way of prophecy, and the land of Israel, all right, which is going to pretty much be the focal point of a great war, all right, predominantly in America, but the land of Israel is also going to be shook, no matter what man desires, or the will of Yahweh Shmi Shai will be brought forth. Jumping into this article, it says Israel's the article site is Your Asia Review. It says Israelis laser-based missile interception system analysis. It says on January 8, 2020, Israel announced an unspecified breakthrough of a laser-based missile interception system to complement the Iron Dome system. The Iron Dome system, it's like a dome, is actually a radar system that intercepts missiles with other defensive missile systems like the S-500. It says the system is still being developed and would take some time to be deployed as a weapon system. Since this invention in 1960, laser or light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation has had high global appeal as a weapon. Substantial research has been undertaken by the major powers, with the first space-based X-ray laser anti-ballistic missile weapon system conceptualized by the United States during the Cold War, codenamed Project Excalibur. It's like Excalibur. The project was shelved in 1992 due to funding issues and disintegration of the Soviet Union. It says, according to the Israeli Minister of Defense, the breakthrough is in power as well as accurate of the laser beam overcoming atmospheric disturbances. In this regard, Brigadier General Yaniv Rotem, head of the Directorate of Defense Research and Development, stated, "We are entering a new age of energy, space war in the air, land and sea. In the last years have placed the state of Israel among the leading countries in the field of high-energy laser systems. To the year 2020, we will conduct a demo for our capabilities." Now, let me jump to the first scripture here. This is the book of Psalms. I get it with my phone, but I just want to use a sword and do it that way. This is the book of Psalms, the second chapter. And let me jump to the first verse. It says, "Why do the heathens rage?" Why do I read this? Because the people in the land of Israel are essentially heathens, are the people of Edom, Idumea, who have appointed the Most High's land, or the land of Israel, into their possession, as the scriptures say in the book of Ezekiel, with the joy of their hearts. So the land of Israel is inhabited by heathen. It says, "Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" The scriptures say in the book of Psalms, the 49th chapter, that they believe their houses shall continue forever, and their houses to all generations, or their names. Let me get that. This is the book of Psalms 49 and 11. It says, "Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names." So these Israelis, all right, believe that they're going to continue in the land of Israel forever because they have these carnal weapons, all right, and they're not relying on their God, which they claim is the God of the Bible, but their God is really Satan. Let me jump to the book of Isaiah, going into how really this technology is vain. Isaiah 54:16, it says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. The smith is a nuclear scientist, or the modern day nuclear scientist. Old day smiths made weapons such as staves and swords, daggers, weapons out of alloys, metal. It says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. I bring forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. That waster is a nuclear weapon, all right? Intercontinental ballistic, or even just a basic, not an intercontinental, just a missile, basically. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. So this laser system is vain. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. What's this missile system used for? For shooting down missiles. Let's jump, see if we can find one. Let's see here. They have ones for drones, and they have ones for shooting down missiles. Let me see if we can find. It says, news reports indicate that the Israeli system would be active against both missiles and projectiles, right? But that is vain. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. And so no weapon formed against the ICBM missile is going to prosper. Let me jump to the book of Isaiah 9 and 5. Isaiah 9 and Slakia. No, this is Isaiah 9. Let's go back. This is Isaiah 9 and in 5 it says, For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's the old way of fighting. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That fuel of fire is a nuclear weapon. Let's jump to the book of Zechariah, the 14th chapter, just to edify on the fact that this is not your conventional basic firecracker or just Molotov cocktail, but this is the real deal. All right. You know what? In fact, I just pulled up on this one. Let me get this book of Malachi, chapter 4 and 1. For behold, the days come that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave neither root nor branch. All right, so everything's going to be vaporized, turned into powder, as it is written. Let me jump to the book of Zechariah. Past it right here. This book of Zechariah, the 14th chapter. To edify more on that. Zechariah chapter 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Jerusalem are a people, for it's a place. It's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Jamaican Indians currently in the land of the north and scattered toward the four winds. The Lord is going to bring us back into our land. All right, thus said the Lord, man. That is prophecy, therefore we believe. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. All right, you read that, and right away you think the movie Terminator, man, the Terminator 1. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Con, man, your tongue's going to consume away in your mouth. Let's jump to the book of Joel. Let's jump to the book of Joel. This book of Joel, chapter 2 and 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Who's blowing the trumpet? The prophets are warning our people, as the Lord said in the book of Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, and we're never to hold our peace day nor night. We're supposed to make mention of the Lord, telling you that the day of the Lord is at hand. And as the scriptures say, man, the day of the Lord is going to be dreadful day. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord, here it is, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. It says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people, and there shall never be ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. It says, a fire divideth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. All right, nothing's going to escape them. This laser system is not going to escape. All right, it's going to fall on that too. It says, verse 4, it says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as the horse men, so shall they run. Like the noise of a chariots in the top of mountains shall they leap, like a noise of flame of fire that divide before the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. When these missiles are shot off, it's going to sound like an army, all right, a chariots coming towards you, man. Like, you know, it says, before their face, the people shall be full of much pain, Slakia. Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All face shall gather darkness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the walls like men of war. And they shall march every one in his way, on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. So you're not going to be able to knock any of them out. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city, and they shall run upon the walls. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter into all windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heaven shall tremble. The sun, the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. So this is the day of the Lord, man. The book of Isaiah says the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. All right, what's going to cause that? A great shaking. This is the book of Revelation. Let's jump to the book of Revelation, the 9th chapter. Revelation chapter 9. Slack in here. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm gonna shut this. Call me back after.
No, go and get Israel some soccer.
Talk to you later.
Huh?
Yeah, okay, bye.
He just called. He needs to get picked up.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Right.
Slack here. It says, Revelation chapter 9 and 13, and the sixth angel sounded and poured out, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before Yahweh, saying to the sixth angel which had a trumpet, loose the four angel which is bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels which were loosed, you know what? That brings to mind the book of Revelation 7 chapter. Let's jump to that real quick. Revelation 7 and 1. It's after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east. You know, I pretty much read it there. It says, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind shall not blow upon the earth, nor on any sea, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And that wind is known as a destroying wind, all right, a nuclear wind. Jump to the book of Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah chapter 51. I wasn't even trying to answer the phone. I accidentally pressed. I was trying to press mute, but I ended up pressing the answer button. It says, Jeremiah 51 and 7 says, behold, you know what? Slack here. Let me jump up to 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I'll raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell therein, in the midst of them that rise up against me, which what? They rise against the people of the Lord, they rise against the Lord. It says a destroying wind, all right? So the Lord's going to raise up a destroying wind. That new destroying wind is known as the ICBM missile. Let's jump to back to the Revelation, the ninth chapter. Revelation chapter 9. And verse 16. It says, and number the armies of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in a vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of iron, or breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, of brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power was in their mouth, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents. You got a missile called the Sidewinder, and it actually literally looks like it's a snake in the sky. It says, and it had heads, and with them they do hurt. Gun. That's that nuclear weapon, man. Let me jump to the book of Revelation, or also like in Matthew, the 24th chapter, just to indicate that the land of Israel is going to get shook. Gonna get shook no matter what these Israelis or these Edomites do. This book of Matthew chapter 24:1, and Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and the disciples came to him for to show him the building of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down, man. And that's speaking of what? The land of Israel. The land of Israel is going to get shook. All right, and those laser weapons and the Iron Dome is all vain, man. Let's jump to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38. Slakia. Back here. Ezekiel chapter 38 and 19 says, for in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken, surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel, man. And the shaking goes into specifics, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heavens and the beasts of the field and all the creepy things that creep upon the earth, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the morning shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground, man. So there's gonna be a great shaking in the land of Israel, man. Let's jump to the book of also Psalms. That's 36. Come. You know what? Come. Psalms, Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, surely in fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession. So who's possessing our land? Aliens, heathens, Idumeans. It says, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds who cast it out for a prey. So the scriptures indicate that the Idumeans are in the land of Israel. Let's jump to the book of let me close up on that one is I believe that's Isaiah. So shall my sword be bathed in heaven, and shall come down upon Idumea. Let me identify that. I believe it's right over here. Come. I'll close up on this. Isaiah chapter 34. And let me start up and I'll jump around. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, all ye nations, to hear, and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fear upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Jump down to 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, which you got these supersonic missiles, which literally go out into outer space. It says, behold, it shall come upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. For the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness. It was, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So you got people in the land of Israel living in the land. They're going to be destroyed, thus said the Lord. So cunt, man. So everything these devils are doing right now is vain. Now let me close up, giving all praises to Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, or Kakodash. Double honors to my elders that are great millstones. Single salutation, much love and peace, hopefully. Shalom.